Welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, the day Uncle Sam take away Renita Adams and 5 members of his previous team US visa and banned them from entering the country might be a big story for Jamaicans. For Uncle Sam, it was just Thursday. We're going to look into this Renita Adams thing. We're going to look into the visa situation, right? Because after hearing the news and then checking out an interview he made with the Jamaica Gleaner, I suspect unicorn sales are going to boom. So I had to quickly call in my supplier and order extra 4 container with the unicorns. I'm going to play just a short clip right at the start of the Jamaica Gleaner interview with Renita Adams. You can go check it out on their Instagram page because that would give you the context you need if you understand some of the things I'm going to talk about. Right. Now, as I say, let me just start off this video with the beginning of the interview, right, of Renita Adams addressing the visa situation. Check this out.
I had intelligence in October that this was going to happen. However, I further got intelligence that they put it off because they thought if they had made the pronouncement at that time, a particular political party in Jamaica may not have won the election. So it was, I know it was coming even before it was, so I wasn't caught off guard. A matter of fact, I was going to go public with it, but because I didn't have and wasn't very sure that this would have been a public pronouncement by them at this time, I just kept quiet.
Now I have to admit, when the interview started, and I hear Adams say that, I had to laugh. Anybody who believes what Renita Adams just said, please call me on 1-800-UNICORNS. I have a 3-for-1 special going on for the Christmas. 3 unicorns for the price of 1. Because if you are the type of person to believe that Uncle Sam put this off from October because he believes announcing that taking away Renita Adams' visa would make the because clearly a JLP matter. Right? There's no need for say particular party. We know who won the election. So to even suggest that Uncle Sam say, you know, no man, make you announce October because that might mean say then people are going to hear that and then that might make JP lose the election because if you believe that, you hear something like come out of Adams' mouth and believe it, 1-800-UNICORNS. For those of you who don't know, Renita Adams, the reason why he would even go down that road, Adams is very deep into the politics thing, very deep. But that's for another day. Clear to the point where it's even clouding his judgment at this point. Right. I'm saying none of him supporters him. Go ahead, hit the like button. That is a ridiculous statement. Announcing, taking away, say you want to take away, say you feel to take away, say you might take away Renita Adams' visa would have 0 impact on the result of the previous election. Delusion of grandeur. Delusions of grandeur. Normally I would say we don't believe you need more people, but in this case I would say I don't believe you need more people because no Jamaicans will hear that and think so yes, Uncle Sam actually, like people, especially people who have the same political leanings as Adams, would say yes, you see it? So if they did release it in October, that means the election would go, oh, see it? That means that Uncle Sam did one. Yeah man, no me see the conspiracy there. Uncle Sam I work with Andrew. I'm telling you, on street corners all over Jamaica, that conversation is being happened right now. Right now as we speak. Ridiculous. But let's move further into the interview. Right. I want to stop my one point. It was a very difficult interview to listen to be honest. Very difficult. Very rare Adams come up against somebody who is calm, collected, and is asking rational and reasonable questions. Adams is at his best when he just give him the mic and make him talk. If you want to see Adams shine, just give him the mic and make him talk. If you start asking reasonable questions and that requires non-emotional answers that don't have hyperbole, that's what you get. It was very difficult to listen to. Very difficult. However, what I take from it, when Adam started to mention some of the things that my Uncle Sam do for them human rights violation, people who watch this channel know somebody don't have to go down that road. PIA knows so don't have to go down that road. Right? Patreon Squad know don't have to go down that road. You know my views on that already. You've heard me say it many times. Of course, this has nothing to do with human rights. Human rights, Uncle Sam losing sleep over human rights, don't be silly. 17 people, right? There was a list of 17 people who get drafted up in this new batch, and 6 of them were Jamaicans. 6 out of the 17, that's globally. Globally, Uncle Sam dropped 17 new people on this list, quote unquote, for human rights, and 6 out of the 17 were Jamaicans. Across the whole world, this world where when you talk about acts of atrocity against human beings, and you drop 17 people, and 6 out of the 17 come from Jamaica, I don't think people understand. Listen, as bad as Jamaica may be, when you talk about human rights violations and atrocities against humans and all that, Jamaica don't even rank nowhere near the top. That's ridiculous. 6 out of the 17? Come on, clearly stand up for the human rights. So as for Uncle Sam's motives for doing this, we have to go tell Uncle Sam as well. I don't believe you need more people. Right? You know about that. Uncle Sam will lose sleep over human rights. Right? You know about that. Right? That make no sense to me. Right? Crawl happened in 2003. 2020 about to end. I'm telling you about Uncle Sam and the long game. This is what people don't realize. You know why trying to match up any kind of seat or because the party are linked with a party in America. Let me tell you something. Uncle Sam get information, and this presidential or this administration might be in power, and 10-20 years later when a complete different administration in power might not even be the same leanings, might not even be Democrat or Republican, they may still strike. Uncle Sam is a system. This belief on have say, the party link with a party and a party. Let me tell you something. Uncle Sam is a system first. This attitude on look upon where this party link with Jamaica, but this party none of the party them not care about none of them. Get that in your head. Democrat or Republican, none of them no business about none of them. Right. Uncle Sam get when to get and sit down pan and use it when it's most appropriate. And if it is 10, 20, 30 years time, they will use it to further whatever mission or agenda they have at that moment. The reason why people are trying to reach for some kind of simple answer is because Jamaica is not a chess playing society, whether literally or metaphorically speaking. Jamaica is a snake and ladders society. A snake and ladders and Ludi and them game there. As a culture, them game they will play. Right. We're talking about chess. So people are scratch them head and try to find the easiest answer them can look for. Them not like and because and the party. It's bigger than everybody. It's bigger than Andrew Holness. But don't worry. We'll get into that soon. Now, check this out, people. Renita Adams, at one point in the interview, mentioned that, listen, the fact that he's been through a court, through the Jamaican court system and found not guilty, that means to say something like this should not happen to him. Because when you're found not guilty, then when you listen to it, what he's saying is if I'm found not guilty in a court of law, and seeing that Jamaica's court system is even older than the American court system, then basically America will leave him alone because I'm found not guilty, so I'm not guilty. Here's the problem with that. As a policeman with the experience that Adam have, him know say not guilty, I mean innocent. Adams go for enough man who get found not guilty in a court. Enough full-time serial gunman get found not guilty in a court time after time, and Adams and him team used to go for them. So that right there, so very disingenuous. When you go to court, you're not going to see if you're innocent or not. The court system is asking, can you provide the burden of proof, enough burden of proof to say this person did this, and if you cannot provide that, that person will walk out of the courthouse not guilty. J-Bad, Bigger Crime, Sci-Fi, Hadji's, Nonopus, there are simply too many 87s you can think of with multiple dozens of victims by them name, and they've never been found guilty in a court of law. So according to Adams' own logic, enough of them man they should be left alone. Enough of them man them Adams and him team go for should have been left alone because enough of them go court and get found not guilty. So that argument right there, so not a very solid one coming from Adams. But let's talk about courthouse and found guilty. Again, using Adams' own reasoning, right? The line of reasoning Adams are used, which is that since we never found me not guilty in a court of law, we should not come take on a visa. Well, by that logic, James Robertson shouldn't lose film visa neither. Did James Robertson get found guilty in a court of law for anything? No, he didn't. Does that mean that James Robertson is completely innocent and should have been left alone and shouldn't lose film visa? You see the problem with that reasoning, I know? Do you see the problem with this reasoning? Which crime did Philip Paulwell get found guilty for in a court of law? Which crime did Darrell Vaz get found guilty for in a court of law? This narrative that somehow, poor little Adams and my pick on him because this is the MO of the US government. You don't need to be found guilty in a court of law for nothing, therefore that is a moot point. Trying to argue that you never get found guilty don't have nothing to do with why they take a visa. At least we know about Adams' accusations. We know the thing that Adams get accused of. We know about Brayton 7 and we know about Crawler, we know about all these things, right? Can somebody point me to the reason why Darrell Vaz lost his visa? Can somebody point me to the reason why Philip Paulwell lost his visa? At least for Adams, we saw Crawl and all kind of things, even though I don't believe that, but whatever, right? But Philip Paulwell and Darrell Vaz, we don't even know. It seems like not even them, well, they might know what they might do, but, right, Uncle Sam let them off guard as well. So we know Uncle Sam don't need if you get found guilty for nothing for take away your visa. You don't need to be found guilty for nothing to take away your visa and ban you from country. People say, you see it, the way them fight against Adams, them take away all him family visa. Anne-Marie Vaz also lost hers. Uncle Sam never have no problem with Anne-Marie Vaz, but by being the wife of Darrell Vaz, she lose not only her diplomatic visa, which she did have, because remember people think say, if you have diplomatic visa then everything good and you're somehow untouchable. America take back that too. And then them take away our regular visiting visa. Because she's Darrell Vaz's wife. This is how Uncle Sam move. They know they take with the person visa with the main target, they take with the family too. Because they know say, what you can do is they can say, right, me can't travel, but honey, you go far and go do this. They might take with the family visa too. This is nothing new. The reason why people are going to is because Renita Adams' name is a hotter topic than Darrell Vaz and Philip Paulwell. Let's face it, Adams' name is a hot topic. So people are looking on this one some big, as me said, this was big news for Jamaicans. For Uncle Sam, this was just Thursday. If you think Uncle Sam that Washington sit down and worry about Adams, link me for the unicorn name. This is just another day at the office for Uncle Sam. Right. People need to be asking the real, instead of people that worry about Adams, who of all the people who lose visa so far, Adams is the least seismic in terms of for shake up. I said, no man, something not going on. So we need for Adams is the least out of the name them will lose visa. What people need to ask, if we not gonna ask question, if we not gonna dig and say, Uncle Sam need to tell you what going on, right? With Darrell Vaz and Philip Paulwell. No? You care more about Renita Adams, a man who has no political power, right? Apart from the fact you might know him or like his tactics or like where you hear about him, and hear him do this and hear him that, so you like that, right? But in terms of political power, having the ability to pass laws and everything and govern society, Adams not a power like that. So Adams losing visa, that really shouldn't be the big. People move on faster. People made less fuss over a current member of the government, Darrell Vaz, losing his visa right? And the PNP's vice president losing his visa than them do about Renita Adams, a man who has no political power. Joke thing this. Joke thing this. Ask me right now, if somebody could call me on a phone and tell me why people lose visa, the real reason people lose visa, right? I'm going to say, just tell you who you want to know. You think me ask about Adams? You think me go, yo, tell me for really cause I crawl. Which crawl? I want to know what going on with Daryl Vaz and Philip Paulville. That's the real, those are current big time politicians. I Mr. would know about Adams' story them. What going on for Vaz? What made the United States government decide even if lose Femon and Philip Paulville? Them things people should worry about. But as I say, Adams a hot topic. The amount of people said, so we need to hear about this RP. Never see that for Vaz and Paulville and them are actual politicians who hold real power. So I'm not curious to know why the man them are actually in power. Right, Uncle Sam upon them. But you don't care about Adams. Listen. Anybody who tell us that them fully understand the game where Uncle Sam play and them know what will happen and what come next and walk over here, so lie them a tell. You know about I received intelligence and nobody in Jamaica don't know what's going on right now. And anybody who insinuate that somehow, you know, like for example, oh, them party I work with a Smadia and a party. Uncle Sam so far has been indiscriminate with the visa madness. It's been indiscriminate. From the PNP vice president, one of the most powerful man at PNP, Philip Paulville, to one of the most powerful man at JLP, and his wife, who is also an MP. Uncle Sam has no friends, only interest. Why them strike Adams? No. Listen. I scratch my head too. I scratch my head too about the no. Why no? That's the whole thing I don't understand. Why no? Your MP, your senator, if you meet him on the road, he might try to give you some fake walk talk and tell us, yeah man, you see what's happening? Let me tell you something right now. Your favorite MP don't know nothing what's going on right now. He's at the complete mercy of Uncle Sam and him visa. They're at the complete mercy. That's why enough of them silent. Because they're afraid them even walk them out too tough, they lose for them want to. They're at the complete mercy of Uncle Sam and him visa take away program. But Uncle Sam realized the power where the visa come with. To the point where people like Adams who are not, who normally come across as, very stoic and listen, Adams was fuming. Then Adams started to say, America is one big ghetto, right? And him started to ask, why him family and him. This is what I say. If Adams believe all things they must say, right? If this is Adams' genuine feelings about the United States, why would he care that him and him family can't go there? Let me ask the question there. Why was Adams so upset and want to know why me and my family can't get to go in this one big ghetto? I don't understand. Adams should have brushed it off, kiss him teeth. I don't think you call him on the interview, him should just laugh. Adams should just laugh and I say, oh, waste of time that. What do you want to go to say anyway? Right now my family will laugh. But instead you can tell clearly the loss of the visa mean a lot to Adams and his family. Adams said, right, him want to know what him children them do, what him family do, why them can't go in America again. But Adams just described it as one big ghetto, right, where, Uncle Sam trample people's rights and do all these things. If Adams genuinely believe that, then him shouldn't want him family go there so in the first place. As a matter of fact, I'd be glad me no more access to a place like that. I'd be glad. It starts to sound like when two people together in a relationship, and then when one of them left the other one, the one that get left now start to say, oh, that girl a dirty girl, that girl she stink and she not even bathe and she not even brush her teeth. And me say so much man and the girl careless and the girl walk and take man and dirty girl. But hold on there. But just last week, when you did there with her, you did happy if you go between her foot and you did happy for the access. So now you can't go there, now you don't have no more access to her, now she's the biggest dirty girl and the worst woman for walk street. I understand. Based on how Adams is reacting, based on how he's so bothered that him and his family can't go there, especially the fact that his family can't go there. Right? I don't know, if I hold certain views about a place, if me say to mind, if me tell people, say listen, Mobay is a big ghetto, and all them do at Mobay are trample people's rights, right, and oppress people and hold on people and draw people, be a dirty people at Mobay, and then Mobay people say, well, you can't come back at Mobay. Me just say, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You are doing me a favor, Mobay. Bye. See you later. Au revoir. A biento. Me not jump on an interview, of course, and I go and say Mobay the place with me just don't say I want big ghetto. That wouldn't make no sense. Right? Just use that analogy. So based on Adam's reaction, the fact that he's so bothered and he's heated about the whole thing, I don't know. Right? Adam should be glad same can't go there again. I mean, if me don't want a woman, if me genuinely believe in myself, so listen, the woman over there so cranny, and I'm not attracted to her. If that woman ever say, Sir P, you're not getting no access to my body, I would be like, thank you very much. And I wouldn't even stop and ask why. Me don't want to know why. I'm not interested. If me believe say you're so hideous, me no reason why you tell me say, oh, you can't access my body. Me don't want it in the first place. But if a woman ever tell me say, listen, you can't get access to my body, and at them time you know me I go jump up. The girl dirty anyway, and the girl stink, and the girl sound hurt. And my most cause me hurt why me not go on so. Whether or not the things are true, because that's the thing, you know. Right? As Mr. enough people in time man somebody left and bring up things about people and start to class them. Now the things may be true. For example, maybe the woman did stink for real. But when she done make a rubber bar, you never have a problem with the stinkness. Maybe the woman breath stink for real. But when she done give you access to rubber bar, you never have no problem, right? For your lips, right? And a bite up or lip them and a swap spit with the stinking mouth. You never have no problem. None at all, because you have access. It's oh no, one time she said, boy, she left you all of a sudden. You walk out there, people say the woman mouth stink. I never have no problem, I kiss it. That just make it sound like a bitter, scorned ex. Now, if you're new to this side of YouTube, first time you're watching my videos, and me probably heated right now, especially if you love Adams. Then when I talk about when Uncle Sam did do this and Uncle Sam you're late. Read Uncle Sam file enough time. Uncle Sam's track record is not a secret. It's not a secret, and we talk about it many times. And over here, right, the PHN squad and the PIA, we know that Uncle Sam will do nothing because him like nobody or no human rights or care about nobody. That's not Uncle Sam's MO. See, enough of this is coming across as fake work. Right? Because over the years, look how much people lose them visa. Remember, before even politicians start losing visa, must enough entertainers they lose them visa and are grounded. Right? And enough of them never actually get found guilty and not in a court either. Right? But where was the militancy then? Right? You see, no, it's just that Uncle Sam a strike after some people where the Jamaican society perceive to be, big wigs and, very, very important. But for Uncle Sam, no, in the entire Jamaican diaspora, yard and abroad, there is not a single person who Uncle Sam would itch to take on visa if it was beneficial to Uncle Sam in some way, shape or form. Uncle Sam cares about none of them. Whether you live in Cherry Garden or Tivoli Garden. No matter how big you are in Jamaica and people tell you say you're the down and you run off over here so, and you're the MP for Yassan and you're the centre for Yassan and you lock up over here so, if it is convenient and beneficial to Uncle Sam, they will strike you too. That is why you talk about the illusions of ganja. You might be the big man in a Mobay, or the big man in a town, or the big man in Westmoreland, and you have all the money and all the girls, right? And you have 10,000 people who look up to you, to Uncle Sam. You're just another fly that can be swatted away. If you really want to see how Uncle Sam operates when they're going up against people who they perceive to be threats and people who don't take seriously, You need to study how them deal with certain people in places like Russia, Iran, and in place to look at what them do to those people. Then they just take a visa for them people, because first of all, them people don't even want to go Uncle Sam yard in the first place. That's the difference. When Uncle Sam go after certain Russian, Chinese, and Iranian and them people, the officials, them now go for no visa, because them man don't want Uncle Sam visa in the first place. Uncle Sam drop some sanctions from them, where if you even buy a sweetie from them, you gonna end up bankrupt. Just buy a sweet. When Uncle Sam go after people who them perceive to be threats, them a punish the shot before them punish Kwaku. This is a gangster nation. Uncle Sam a bad man place. You see how clans operate? Then go for the shot, then go for Kwaku. That's how Uncle Sam operate. If them have a problem with country A, them look at, alright, who are country A allies? These 6 countries, alright, Uncle Sam will drop certain sanctions where if these 6 countries work with country A, they are now economically affected and their people are going to suffer, and then pressure them government to stop work with country A. Badness. For Jamaica, Uncle Sam just drop a visa restriction. That's as far as it go. Take away visa. You see, if Uncle Sam did really want to turn up the heat, remember say Adams a businessman now. Adam have business. Daryl Vaz have business. See, if Uncle Sam did really out to get them, you know what them do? Drop sanctions on them business. Anybody who work with them, this I got them to get cut off from this access in America. You can't use this platform, you can't wire money go over here. So them time down there know say Uncle Sam serious. Man. Them time down there know say things about to get real spooky. But take a visa. Uncle Sam just move around some pieces on the chessboard. I would love to know what the end result or the end goal is. Because to be honest, I don't. I just watch and observe. Now before I end the video, let me just say this. This whole visa thing, and big officials are losing visa, and Uncle Sam, that the visa is so big Uncle Sam can use it as a leverage. It's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. Jamaican officials, if they're going to lose visa, just kissing the teeth, and the way when I get emotional, I get worked up over the fact that I want to lose one US visa, that show me say Uncle Sam haven't figured out and know I want to really care about and I want to really value. If you're a politician in Jamaica, if you're a businessman in Jamaica, if you're whatever, man, if you're going to lose visa, if you do a job that require quote unquote serving the people, then the visa doesn't matter nothing to you. But nobody can use no visa. Or me for the minister and man I use visa over my head as leverage. Man go on the visa, yeah man. Listen. Me understand say ordinary people use them visa to go abroad, go shop and come. Me understand if them people are lose sleep, so they lose them visa, right? Cause them have to go foreign, go buy things and buy goods and then go back to Jamaica or sell. And me understand if after them livelihood, me understand if them people why me say stress all over visa. But no big official is supposed to worry about a US visa. Right. If you're at Jamaica, you're in a public office, you're getting paid by the Jamaican taxpayer. That is where your interest is supposed to lie. That is where you're supposed to business board. Having the quote unquote privilege figure America, you're supposed to lose and sleep over that. No one worried about America more than worried about in the constituency. If enough MPs and AC then can't go back to the constituency, they won't even lose 2 minutes of sleep. But then AC then lose a US visa and stress out and want more know why. Man go look for your constituency, man. At the end of the day, it's not that serious. And this is an extradition request, or them drop sanctions upon you and you can't operate your business. Man, for just laugh off of them things, yeah, man. But that's just my views. Man. Anyway, Patreon Squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Vulture Squad, stay circling. Bless.